All right, what's up, YouTube? Been a while since I posted anything, but thought I'd inform you, update you on the new whip. 2006 Mercedes-Benz E500 4MATIC, 56,000 miles, one owner. Bought it from estate sale. Very clean, always serviced at Mercedes of Reno. See, I got the airbox off. I am doing the oil right now. I was also took the airbox off. I know you don't have to for the oil change, but I was seeing what it took to replace spark plugs. This one does have 2 spark plugs per cylinder, so a total of 16. See the ignition coil packs. I was just seeing what tools I would need if I did that service soon in the future. Looks like it needs a special Torx bit. Pretty commonplace for these German cars. They don't like when you do service. That's why they don't have an oil dipstick. They have the plug, but you have to buy the actual dipstick. Or luckily in the dashboard there is an option where you can check on level ground your oil level, so that's kind of cool. Also, no transmission dipstick, it's sealed, and yeah, I'm not going to dick around with that though. Oil I can do myself, plugs that's fine. Basic service, but I don't have a lift, so I'm not doing that. But yeah, very clean, very clean. Like I said, one owner. I'll let you guys guess how much I paid for it. Right now I got some custom plates on the way, that's why there's no plates on it. As you can see, 4MATIC meaning all-wheel drive, E500 meaning 5-liter V8, at least for Mercedes this series. That's what the number stands for. Extremely clean. Old man car, about 500 miles a month. You know, this thing was over 60 grand MSRP, and let's just say I got a good deal on it. So, whoo, shit puberty if you heard that. So yeah, nice 17-inch chrome wheels. Fairly loaded. I mean, I think this was about as loaded as you can get for this particular package. Non-AMG. You could get AMG kit, so I guess I'm already lying, but for the standard, this is loaded. It's got the rear sun visor that goes up and down, the rear folding headrests I can control with a button, complete rear AC with rear control. As you can see, it's the tan interior with, it's called Alabaster white. It's the color of the exterior. I mean, yeah, I stole this thing, to be honest with you. I had no plan on buying anything German. I was looking at like Nissans, Infinitis, you know, something a little more inexpensive to maintain, but I do a lot of the basic maintenance myself, so this shouldn't be too bad. Let's see, so yeah, just doing the oil today. It takes 7.5 quarts, I believe. So I bought 10 quarts, Mobil 1. I'm running 0W40 because of lower temperatures we're about to experience here in Reno. So I like that good flow during startup. So as mentioned before, I'm running Mobil 1, 0W40. Synthetic. This is the European car formula per Mobil 1. Mercedes actually recommends Mobil 1. So make sure you get at least 8 quarts, and the filter number for this particular make and model is M1C253 Alpha. So that is the bare minimum that you need to change the oil, and I'll let you know what kind of tools we're going to need. And of course you need a jack, and if you're safe, OSHA approved, you want some jack stands as well. So if your jack fails, you got the jack stands. If the jack stand fails, you got your jack, but you don't want to jack that up. And then some oil containers, as you can see. Let's get started. You always want the oil to be a little warm but not too hot to work on, and if you can, you want the oil drain plug to be a low point. In other words, you want to tip it so the oil drain plug is on the low point of the sump, or lowest point. And that way all the oil has a place to escape. One thing that I love about this car, all I have to do from the bottom is drain or take the oil plug out, and then the filter is easy to change from the top. So let's get started. As you can see right here, always replace with MB approved fleece oil filter element, which Mobil 1 is approved. Mercedes-Benz approves Mobil 1. Alright, so this shouldn't take too long. Gives me a good idea of what else I need to do while I'm crawling around under the car. I mean, it's nice. It runs smooth. It's out of its service date, but it sat in the garage the last couple of years of its life because the owner passed away. Son inherited it in the will, and that's how I say I got it at an estate sale. I was searching for months on Craigslist and Auto Trader, you know, cars.com, KBB, Edmunds, all the tools as far as purchasing used cars or resale of cars. I was consistently looking for at least 3 months, every day, multiple times a day. And like I said, I had no intention of buying a car like this, but I recognized the deal. You can guess the price, and I'll reveal it at the end of the video. So it doesn't look like much, but it's lifted enough to slide under. Right now I have my jack out. I gotta find somewhere to put it under there where I can still work on the splash guard and slide around. So you'll notice these jack stands are kind of shaped like this, and the jack mount kind of goes up flat, then it has a recession, then it comes flat again. So I put one of the tongues of the jack stand in the center and then one on the outside so it'll sit in that lip. Same for the other side. And yeah, getting close. Should have the splash guard off soon and be able to find where the drain bolt location is. I haven't even YouTubed or Googled this, so I'm just going as I go. You're gonna need a 9mm crescent or socket, whatever you fancy. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 3 on the front of the splash guard that go into the other plastic molding piece or shroud, whatever you want to call it. And then those kind of, it clips in from the front, like goes in the slot, and then you put those bolts in. I would suggest first, if you're replacing it, or take them out first, whatever, it doesn't really matter in order of taking it out. And then you'll find that there are, well, let me double check my math. Yeah, there's 3 up here. 1, 2, 3. And then I believe I got all of them. Let's see if we could take it out. Feels like there's one more grabbing somewhere. Yeah, so there's one back there. So there's 9. I missed one. Or I took the wrong one out, which is what I believe I did. So let's recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It would only make sense if there were 9 because there's 3 up front. All right, splash guard is off, so you can see there's the 3 in the front I was talking about. Wear glasses too. Eye protection always helps, especially when you're pulling a dirty splash guard off, looking straight up at it. I'm glad I have my glasses on, and let's get that oil drained. Bear with me while I try to record this, but kind of hard in this tight space. You can see there's the sump right here, and then on passenger side, kind of where I'm pointing my light, if you can see, you can just see the bolt head. Let's see if I can stand my flashlight up. So right here, I was looking for it. It looks like it's transversely mounted V8 or 8-cylinder, but it's not. It's just the oil pan. It's kind of transversely mounted. So you're gonna want to take this bolt out. I'll let you know the size right now, and I still feel it's pretty damn hot, so I might let it cool for a few more minutes. Other than that, we're ready. And hotter is better than colder because at least it's gonna flow out, but it might burn you or spill all over the ground. Neither of which we want. Alright, little situation update. Ran into some problems. Just getting the oil drain plug off was an absolute bitch. I don't know what Mercedes technician did it, but he probably put 100 foot-pounds or more of torque spec on it. So I had to get a tube and put that on the end of my wrench. And in the small space, it's hard to get leverage, especially without stripping the heads of the bolt, which is what I talked about wanting to avoid. By the way, 13mm bolt, not half-inch, even though the half-inch fits better. So I'm taking the bike. Need to get an oil filter wrench now, or just borrow one from AutoZone because I am an idiot and I left mine at home. So come prepared, but you know, I gotta take this beautiful bike out that I haven't ridden in a long time. So cool, Sundays, you know. I biked over to O'Reilly, but O'Reilly didn't want to loan me an oil filter wrench, and I spent a lot of money there, so I was kind of pissed. So I went to AutoZone and I bought one for $7. But it worked really well. These things are tight. When you replace these, you want to replace the rubber O-ring too, and also on the oil drain plug you want to replace the copper ring. It's like a crushed copper ring, or else you risk some little oil leaks, which you're gonna have to redo the oil change most of the time, because you'll find that those fittings are leaking. Well, not this one as much as the one on the oil drain plug. So here's that. Never seen these. That's kind of cool. Looks like a little dipstick integrated onto the bottom of the oil filter. So I'm gonna replace the filter, put her back in, put the oil plug in, then put 8 quarts in, and she'll be ready to go.
Thank you for watching, and check back for bi-weekly uploads.